Hello everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner. I have a really cute treat to share with you today. It's a Halloween treat. We are nearing the beginning of September, which means it's time to start thinking about those Halloween projects. This one has a really fun special feature that I can't wait to share with you. So this is what we're going to make today. But I have a whole stack of things that we need to get through before we get to today's project. Lots of reminders, lots of last minute things coming up. So we'll try to go through them pretty quickly. Our September paper pumpkin is up for subscription. The subscription period is open now. It is going to be a big kit, 8 treat packages, 8 note cards, 8 envelopes, lost Lagoon spot, stamp set, and more. Lots of gold accents and stuff too with this one. This one has a coordinating journal that you can add on. There's gold accents on the front of that one. It has gold stickers on the inside, as well as lots of lined pages for writing, for doing your journaling things. So this one is an add-on. You do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase this one. And you can do that in my online store. You can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin if you are not already. And then once you subscribe, you can purchase the journal. And it's a hardcover, so it is really good for anything that you need that for. It's really good and sturdy. All right, last couple reminders. These end on Thursday. The kit sale and the bonus days redemption period. Both of these end on August 31st, which is Thursday. So if you still have bonus days coupons that you need to use, make sure you do that by Thursday. They will expire on Thursday and you will not be able to use them. The kit sale, if you want to save on some of our kits, that sale ends on Thursday as well. Some kits are discounted up to 30%. Which is a good significant savings. Kits make great gifts too, so if you want to do some early Christmas shopping, it's a great time to do that. All right, Monday I announced my card crate, which is the Pick of the Patch bundle. This one is adorable. I love this one. I've used this one a ton. I shared on Sunday for my Sneak Peek Sunday. We made this cutie box with the little pumpkin cake roll in it. This is also the bundle we're going to use for today's project. So if you love both of those projects, you're going to want to get the card crate for my September class. This is a September class to go. It is $40 shipped, $35 if you are local in Albuquerque. You can add on the bundle if you don't have it. And it's going to be a great, great class. You're going to get $20 in products as well as supplies for those 5 cards. And lots of fun techniques and stuff with this set. So if you want this one, make sure that you email me to let me know. I think I forgot to put the link in the video description, but I will do that when the video is done. But Pick of the Patch, it's a really good one. Can't wait to use that one. All right, this is my August host code. Now, normally I start a brand new host code on September 1st. As I was getting ready to, do my September 1st post, I always do a post on what's going on for the month. Everything is starting on September 6th this month. The new mini catalog starts September 6th, and then we have a few other fun promotions that are starting on September 6th as well. So I will be waiting until September 6th to post my new host code and all the details about everything going on in September. So if you are shopping between now and September 5th, you can use the August host code. This August host code will be good for another week or so. And then September 6th next week, there will be a brand new host code. So you can use that then. The mini catalog goes live in 1 week. September 6th, 1 week. We only have 1 week left for the mini catalog. If you are in the United States and are not currently working with a demonstrator, I'd love to send you a copy. Please message me and let me know. All of the catalogs for my customers have gone out. If you requested one and didn't receive it, please let me know. I got all of them out. Sometimes, the post office, though, they don't like to deliver everything on time. So just let me know. I can always look up when that went out and we can find that for you. So if you are one of my customers, you should have received your catalog by now. But if not, please reach out to me. All right, this is the box we are making today. It is so, so cute. I love this one. Now, there's a special feature on this box that I'm not going to be able to share in the video, but I do have pictures on my blog, which will be posted following the video, shortly following the video. The pumpkins are all stamped on our new glow-in-the-dark paper. And in addition to that, I have some glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts on here as well. these really glow, and they glow beautifully. They are, it blew me away, this product. I was a little skeptical, and I bought the paper and the embellishments as being a little bit skeptical, and I'm blown away. And I'm wondering how many more packages I'm going to need because it is amazing. Now, inside my little treat box is a little pumpkin cookie. This is the Little Debbie Pumpkin Delights cookies. These are really cute. I think they make great little Halloween gifts. So that's what we're doing. So this fits perfectly in our little box. But the glow-in-the-dark paper, make sure to check out the pictures on my blog because they are, the paper, it glows. It's amazing. So it makes for a little spooky little box. So that's what we're going to make today. We're going to start with our box. So I am using basic black, and this one is 10 by 5. And let's start on the 5-inch side. So score it 1/2 inch. 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. Okay, and we're going to turn it to the 10-inch side, and we're going to do some scoring. We're going to do 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 5 1/4, and 6. Now, all of those measurements are in the video description, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. And again, they'll all be on my blog later. So bring this in. Let's bring our bone folder in. Don't forget to always use your bone folder when you're making boxes. It is your secret weapon. If you are watching this on Facebook, I'd love it if you shared it with your crafty friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out, and you never miss a video. All right, we're going to get all of these lines burnished. So that is everything. Now we just have a little bit of trimming to do on this one. So holding this in the landscape position, you have 2 score lines on the top. That's going to be your top. This 1/2 inch score line is going to be the little flap that tucks into your box. So working with the score line on the bottom, there's only 1 score line on the bottom, we are going to do some trimming. So we are going to cut up the score lines on these straight long parts, and then we're going to notch in on the little tabs, on the little square parts. Okay, so notch those in. Now these little tabs will be adhered inside the box. Nobody's going to see these, so don't worry about making these look pretty perfect or great, you know, because they're just going to get glued on the inside. Nobody's going to see it. Now for the little 1/2 inch tab here, we're just going to cut off that little corner down here, and then I angle cut right here. All right, now we're going to do the same on this side. This is going to be our glue tab, so we just want to angle cut because that helps things go together just a little bit easier. And then we're going to cut this off just like that. All right, so excuse me, this is going to get adhered like this. So this is going to be the flap that goes down. So we're going to cut on either side of this one, just down those straight down those score lines. And then the little square tabs on either side are going to be these little side tabs that are going to tuck into the box. And so we're going to do just a little bit of trimming on those. So I'm going to fold this flat part out of the way. We're going to cut off this 1/2 inch tab on our little flaps. We don't need those. And then we're just going to angle cut these just a little bit. And that way, if our scoring or our trimming is not perfect, our box is still going to go together easily. Okay, so let's cut this one away from this tab while we're here. So we'll fold that big one down as well. I'll cut off this little 1/2 inch tab and then just angle cut these just a little bit. There we go. All right, now this big piece over here, we don't need this one, so we're actually going to cut along that score line and cut it right off. You can use your paper trimmer, you can use long scissors if you want to, you know, do it one swoop. All right. So this is what the trimming looks like so far. So our bottom, we have those little tabs, and then our top, this is going to be our flap. We're going to do just a couple more things. For our flap, I'm going to use a corner rounder and round these corners. You probably have a corner rounder in your stash. If not, you can probably find one at a craft store or on Amazon. We don't currently sell a corner rounder. All right, now for a little thumb notch for this box, I'm going to use the Best Label punch. This is just a tiny little punch, and I'm just going to eyeball center. If you want to make sure that it is exact, you can get out a ruler, but I'm just going to punch just, you know, about 1/4 inch into that, and that is going to give us our little thumb notch. All right, so this is what your box now looks like. We have rounded corners, we have little tabs on the bottom, we have a little finger notch, so we're ready to assemble our box. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus. Excuse me. It is a really strong adhesive. You can use Tombow liquid glue or tear and tape, whatever you want. So I'm going to fold that tab over, and then just, hold on. Just fold the score line on this side, and it all should line up, and I like to just go back and forth just to make sure everything is nice and lined up. All right, I'm going to fold in the top of my box just to help us adhere the bottom. So this is going to be the front of our box. I like to have my little finger tab on the back just to keep the front much cleaner. So this tab is going to go on last. So I'm actually going to fold down the back tab first. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on these small little outside tabs. And by sandwiching them on the inside right here in the middle, you're going to have a nice clean inside. There's not going to be any tabs to catch on, and it's going to close up much easier. And then a little bit of glue on the front of that one. And then when you close it, everything is nice and secure and smooth. I'm just going to stick my bone folder to make sure everything is nice and closed. And now for the front of the box, everything is nice and smooth. All of those seams and the little tabs, they're all on the back, so you have a nice clean canvas to work with on the front. All right, let's do our belly band. This is a piece of the Zoo Crew DSP. I like the black and white pattern with this one, and the DSP is 2 by 11. And so we're just gonna wrap this around, and I'm actually gonna start with this be like a 1/4 inch from the edge, and we're just going to kind of wrap it around and just kind of pinch it as we go, making sure it's kind of nice and straight. I should have put my little cookie in there to make it a little bit more sturdy, but we'll get it in there in just a second. So I'm just going around and just kind of pinching that DSP where I wanted to fold around my box, and then I'll go into my bone folder. And where I've pinched, I'll just give that a little burnish, but I'll make sure the top and the bottom are lined up nicely. Okay, and that will just make sure everything is nice and straight. You're gonna still end up with those crisp lines for your box, and everything will fit perfectly. All right, so let's adhere this on. I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive on these little tabs along here, and then on the edges. All right, so let's get this adhered which way. I mean, it doesn't matter, there's no top or bottom to this DSP, but I want to adhere this onto the back of the DSP. So all those seams are going to go to the back. Okay, so just adhere that down. Everything should line up. Oh, a little adhesive hanging over. There we go. Everything should line up nicely. Beautiful. And so this is the front. We are ready to decorate the front. So let's talk about the front. Oh, you know what? Let's put our little treat in there. Let's grab one of these out of our box. Okay, and let's stick that in there for our little gifts. These will make great gifts for teachers. I think I'm going to make a bunch of these for my daughter's teacher. She can take them on Halloween to her teachers. Close that one. All right. So let's talk about the front. So I have already done a little bit of die cutting in advance. So I die cut from a new die set that's coming. This is the Deckled circles. Now I've used this one a ton. I am so in love with these dies. So I did that out of pumpkin pie. And then I pulled out my Reach for the Stars die set. This coordinates with the Stargazing Suite. And I used the second smallest one, and I die cut a moon out of Daffodil Delight. And then I pulled out these dies. These are just little texture dies, and so we're going to use that to add some texture to our pumpkin pie piece. I'm going to set those aside. We're going to pull out our little mini cut and emboss machine. If you love this blue one, you can actually purchase the blue one in my online store. We also have the white one and the big one. So I'm just going to lay these on here, and these are just going to add some really fun little kind of spooky textures onto our circle here. It's not going to actually die cut anything. It's just going to add lots of fun textures. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do it one more time. So I hope the video is picking that up. Isn't that cool? So just lots of fun textures, and I'm going to flip these around so they go a different way. Actually, let's do it this way. I know that's the way we just did it, but I did it this way, like that. Perfect, just to get lots of different texture and dimension on there. All right, perfect. So these are in that Reach for the Stars die set, which is a really, really cool die set that I think everybody needs. It's a really good one. All right, let's close up our machine. We'll put that out of the way. So now we have our background, and I just love all that texture that it adds. And we have our moon, so we need our pumpkins. So let's get out, let me get out all of my supplies. So I have my Stampin' Pierce mat here because this is a photopolymer stamp set, and I find that I get much better results, especially with StazOn, with my Stampin' Pierce mat. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat. We are using StazOn. You know, I'm using StazOn with photopolymer, but if you clean it right away, it's okay. They usually say try not to use StazOn with photopolymer, but I tried this with Memento on this glow-in-the-dark paper, and the Memento wasn't as dark as I wanted, and it didn't dry like I wanted it to. So we're going to use some StazOn. So I'm going to, before we do any stamping, let's pull out our punch, and we're going to look at our punch because we want one big pumpkin and one little pumpkin with the face. And so I'm going to make sure that I stamp these in a way that's going to be most convenient for me to punch. So for this one, I'm going to stamp the face sideways, and I have a 1 3/4 inch strip of our glow-in-the-dark DSP. It comes in a 6x6 stack. So we have our little face that way, and then for this one, it's going to go in this way. So I'm going to stamp the face right side up for this one. So do the little face, just like that. Okay, perfect. Now, so we can now punch these out. We're going to do waste a little bit less DSP, or not DSP, the glow-in-the-dark paper. We're going to do 2 little pumpkins with the faces. Let me move those out of the way. We're going to do 2 stems, and the stems are right along the top. We're actually going to do 3 stems. You know, let's try to line that up again. Let's get that a little bit darker. I think my StazOn pad needs to be re-inked. Let's try again. 3 of these. That's 1, 2, and 3. We're just doing them along the border just because that is, where's my punch? Here it is. That's going to be the easiest and waste the less paper because we can get these in just like that and just go along and punch out these little stems for our pumpkins. Now we need 1 more pumpkin for our, this says Happy Halloween. So we're going to stamp that one. Let me move these out of the way. We have our Happy Halloween, and let's see, I'm going to actually trim this off. Oops, did my pumpkin get all, it moved. Hold on. We have like half a stem here. Like I moved my thing. So we'll come back and stamp another, or punch another stem in just a minute. So I trimmed that off so we can get our pumpkin in just like this. So I'm going to stamp my Happy Halloween greeting. And I'm going to stamp it right here. I'm going to give that just a second to transfer over so we got a nice image. And then we'll just stick this in. And the Happy Halloween greeting, it just barely fits. So just make sure that you line that up perfectly. And then you have your little Halloween pumpkin. Let's stamp 1 more stem. More. There we go. And we'll punch that out. I'm not sure what happened. It kind of moved on me. There we go. All right, so we have 3 stems, 3 pumpkins. Let's move this out of the way. Move our StazOn out of the way. I hardly ever use StazOn. I actually had to dig it out. I wasn't even, it's not my go-to ink for black, but for some papers you really have to use StazOn ink. All right, so we have our 3 little pumpkins in our glow-in-the-dark paper. We're going to add on the stems, and I'm going to do that with dimensional, so I'm just going to turn them all upside down. And you can tell this glow-in-the-dark paper, one side is white, and then one side has this kind of like greenish hue on it, and it's textured. So the smooth white side is going to be the back when you're stamping. All right, so I'm going to use some dimensionals on all 3 of these. And I'm just going to lay my stems down where I want them, and then just use a dimensional and hold that down. And just add 1 more dimensional on the bottom for our little pumpkins. And that way, holding on the stem like this, it's going to hold that stem securely. Then you don't have to deal with like liquid glue or glue dots or anything like that. So just line up the stem where you want it, and then just use a dimensional and hold it down. All right, one more. Grab a couple more dimensionals. Turn that stem over, and perfect. All right, so we have sticky backs on all of our dimensionals, so let's get these guys down. I'm going to start with my middle pumpkin, and I only put dimensionals on the centers of these so that I can tuck these in and around just like this. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, it's so cute. All right, one more dimensional. Let's add our sun up here, or not our sun. This is our moon, not our sun. We're going to add our moon, and then we're going to turn this over and add lots of dimensionals to the back of this. And this is going to go onto our box. And then we just have to embellish it. All right, so let's find our box over here. Put this one down. Make sure you put it on right side up. There's our little box. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And we have our glow-in-the-dark bats and our glow-in-the-dark ghosts. These are, again, so much fun. The bats are a little smaller than I thought they were going to be, but they are so, so cute. And so we're just going to put a couple bats on here, flying above the pumpkins, and then we're going to put a ghost right over the moon there. So cute. Isn't that cute? So you can kind of see them kind of shimmer. They have kind of an iridescent kind of tone, I'd say. And then when you take them into the dark, they pop, they glow. All right, final finishing touch. I have a bow that I have tied with our black and white gingham ribbon, and I'm just going to use a glue dot and stick this right on, and I'm just going to kind of lift up this little pumpkin right here and just stick it down onto the left side there. And let me trim my ends just a little bit. All right. And that is it. That is the glow-in-the-dark Halloween box using the Pick of the Patch bundle. Remember, this Pick of the Patch bundle is going to be featured in my September card crate. That's my class to go. If you want to purchase that card crate, please let me know. You can message me or you can email me, and I will make sure to add the link to that in the video description so you can click on that to get there. I hope you guys love this little project. I will be back on Sunday with one more installment of my Sunday Sneak Peek series, and we are finally using a bundle with dies, and it's going to be a Christmas bundle. You want to see what we're making? Oh, so cute. I can't wait to share that one with you guys, and then the mini catalog goes live in 1 week. So I will have a big Facebook Live next week sharing the mini catalog and another really fun card. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you guys on Sunday in my VIP group. Thanks for joining me. Bye.